Holy Bull. Trust the Profits is the formula here, and we're going to be talking about the Holy Bull Stakes coming up. It is a Derby prep race on February 4th, Gulfstream Park. It's a G3, 8.5 furlongs on dirt. We got 8 horses entered in right now. Last time we spoke, Southwest Stakes, that was a bit of a chalk eater. There's no Arabian Night in this one. I think it's going to be a little bit more interesting. Let's dive in and find out. Lord Miles, Saffy Joseph Jr. horse, 2-0-1 lifetime. That third place finish was a really impressive finish. The Mucho Macho Man Stakes, less than a length behind Dreaming of Kona and Legacy Isle, going 1 mile in that race. And if there's about 10 more yards, he would have won that race because he was only about a half a length behind the leaders in that one, charging really heavy from behind. Made up 4 places since the half-mile mark. When he broke his maiden, um, 5 3/4 win, was in 5th place at the half-mile mark. So we're talking about a pretty serious closer here in Lord Miles. I would look out for him. West Coast Cowboy, 1 win in 2 races lifetime. Last time out, finished 4.5 lengths back behind the winner there in a 1 mile 51K AOC race at GP. Previously broke his maiden in a mile, a 50K race, winning by a neck. Feels like this one's a little bit outclassed here. Shadow Dragon, 1 win lifetime, ran in the Sleepy Hollow Stakes, a 200K stakes race, 1 mile at Aqueduct, never getting out of 5th place, finished 15 lengths back. Not a good show there, not exactly projecting forward for the Holy Bull. Broke his maiden previous to then, 6 furlongs, coming from way back, the 6th place, from 6th place down the straightaway to win by 3/4 lengths. Didn't seem to fire last race, though. This is another one that should be a closer. Sleepy Hollow didn't exactly fire like you would hope he would, so I'm going to guess Shadow Dragon is a little bit outclassed here. Cyclone Mischief, 2 wins in 4 races. Last time out, a 1 mile 86K AOC race, winning by 5 3/4 at Gulfstream. Pretty impressive. But previous to that, the Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes, stalking in 2nd place. Holding On was in 1st place for a moment at the start of the straightaway, and that's when the fade started, yielding to horses like Instant Coffee, who ended up winning the race, and 5 other horses. He did break his maiden previous to that at Keeneland in a 100K maiden special weight race, an 8.5 furlong race. Ended up looking pretty good in that one. Based on the Kentucky Jockey Club, I'm not sure if he can handle 8.5 furlongs, but his maiden race um, stands to say otherwise. An interesting horse here. I think he's probably still in my top 3, top 4, but not my top horse. Mr. Bob ran 6th at the Mucho Macho Man Stakes, the one we just talked about, 4.5 lengths behind the leader. Moved up from 7th at the 3/4 spot to finish 6th. Not a great move up. Ran 2nd at the Ed Brown, 6.5 furlong race behind Powerful by 1 length. Runs his best when he's stalking, but was unable to stay near the pace at the Mucho Macho. Legacy Isle ran 2nd in the Mucho Macho Man. This is the horse that was DQ'd in that race. Really should have a perfect 3 out of 3 if he didn't get DQ'd in that race for blocking. Previously won a 51K AOC race, going 1 mile, winning by 3 lengths at Gulfstream in November, a race where West Coast Cowboy came in 4th. He has yet to run 8.5 furlongs. He's run a couple mile races. He's looked impressive at everything he's done so far. But again, I would say he probably wouldn't have won that race at the Mucho Macho Man if it was a little bit longer. Il Miracolo. Regardless, 1 win in 6 races, but 4 times out of 6, he's finished in the money. Over the last 2 have not been so great. The Mucho Macho Man, the one we just talked about at length, um, finished 7th, 7 lengths back after about a mile, or going a mile. At the Remsen, 6 of 7 horses, never really getting out of the back of the pack. That is a 9 furlong race, so he's definitely not set up for those longer distances. Went 4 races before breaking his maiden. A lot of 2nd place finishes in there. A 50K 1 mile race at Gulfstream, winning by 5.5 lengths. Feels like he's outclassed here, though, so he's an insta toss for me. Rocket Can, didn't have a picture of Rocket Can. 4 races, 1 win, 1 2nd place. Last time out, 2nd place in a 127K, 8.5 furlong race. A claimer at Churchill. losing a confidence game by only half a length and stalked the entire race, never getting closer than half a length off, but still maintaining pretty close distance there. Previous to that, broke his maiden at Churchill in 120K, again, 8.5 furlong maiden race. Winning over Spielman by 2 lengths, stalked Bengals Go, and closed decisively in that race. Pretty strong performance here from the Mott horse. Distance is ideal, I would say, not idea. Couple spell check errors there. Comment section. Get after it. The distance here is ideal for Rocket Can, so I really like him at 8.5 furlongs. So, what do we got? Southwest strategy? No, no, no. We'll call it the Holy Bull strategy. I like Lord Miles to win. I like his performance in the Mucho Macho Man, projecting forward another half furlong. I think he's got it. I also really like Rocket Can here. I think the two horses there are really strong closers. Behind them, I like Legacy Isle and Cyclone Mischief. That's my top four in order. Lord Miles to win, Rocket Can, Legacy Isle, and Cyclone Mischief. Let me know what you think. Hit us up in the comment section and see you later.